Hi everyone, welcome back to City Skylines. Since we last left off, we've built a train station connecting the major parts of our city, including the baseball stadium, our university, and other parts of the city, including to the industrial park. And you can see here on our public transport here that we actually have a pretty good amount of people using the train system. And we also are getting some tourists in because we also connected our train to the outside connection over here. For the industrial cargo exports, I've expanded the road here so that we have just a little bit more leeway. As you can see, it's kind of building up. And that's why I wanted to make sure we got our train system all set up, because I wanted to ensure that we could reduce our traffic problems, because I'm convinced soon that we might have a death wave. If we take a look here, our population screen, it's somewhere around here. Oh no, I pulled it up. So we can see that we do have a decent amount of seniors, and once they die, we might have a death wave. So I want to make sure that my traffic level is good enough that we can handle all the hearses going around to pick up the dead people. Other than that, I fixed up our electric grid so that it looks a lot cleaner. So I moved most of our electric generation to one spot, so just over here. And I cleaned up all of the power lines. They were a little bit ad hoc before, and so I cleaned them up so that they look a little bit better. And areas that were close together, like I think between here, so I put a park here so that we don't need a power line. And we didn't want power lines going through this park. I think I tried to avoid that, but we had a few left over, but I took care of those. And one other thing I wanted to mention is that our university actually reached another level while we were working on things. So what I wanted to do was to build some more buildings from that. If we take a look, the trade school, try to figure out which buildings we unlocked. Well, I guess we'll just start from the back. So we have the Academic Statue 1. We'll place that here. We have a Trade School Commencement Office. We'll place that down here. We'll, of course, beautify our university in the future, but if we can get everything placed down, that would be helpful. The IT Club, we'll place that near our other club. I think that was over here. And we already have a library. I think we might. Somewhere around here. Nope, we don't. Okay, let's place down the library. And I guess if we have another library, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Bingo. Alright, now our university is a little more fleshed out. We'll unpause the game, finally. And hopefully, it'll increase our attractiveness enough. But academic works aside will also give that to us. And we're trying to also generate more money. I think we're very close to leveling up our other industrial area over here, the logging site. I still haven't thought of a name for it, or if you have one, feel free to suggest one. Like, I really can't think of one, just a logging site, but we're very close for it leveling up, and it's actually giving us generally a pretty good amount of profit. It's not, it's nothing too crazy, but it's at least more than breaking even, which is more than we could save for the university, which is costing us money, but that's all right. In the name of education, it's fair. Oh, for our park over here, Empire Gardens, that also still doesn't have a name. It actually leveled up, and I did place down a few buildings, so we got these nice little piers over here that are getting used. And something I wanted to mention is that it's really helpful in this game if you do place paths between your villages or just settlements in general, because in this game, people do find it very useful to walk between paths so that they can get to areas. They're a lot more willing to walk and use transit than maybe people in real life would be. So if you place down walking paths, they'll perform a lot better than sidewalks. And especially what you can do here, like we've done with Empire Gardens, is if you place a park right in between two places, people will just walk down that area, so you can get visitors. And also, oh, we have really bad park maintenance, huh? We'll take care of that. But we also got our academic year report, and we got another academic work. We lost some students because we are actually doing pretty good on our education level. So let's take a look at that. Education level, it's somewhere around here. Oh, if we go to here, see our education level is at 57%. And what I'm thinking about doing at some point is turning our industry into, I think the policy is industry 4.0 over here. Yes, industry 4.0. And essentially what it does is it makes industry a lot more productive, but it makes it so that it has a lot less workers. It provides a lot less jobs, but it provides more job workplaces for higher educated people, which, as you can see here, we have a lot of highly educated people working at this building. At least it needs to be covered by more services. Okay, we'll work on that to get these upgraded. The next thing I wanted to work on, though, was over here, our amusement park. So we're gonna have to get that set up. Don't know what I'm gonna name it, but let's get our park area set up. I also did set up what I want to be our like nature reserve. I guess I want to try to get all the parks that are available in the game into the area, but we have a huge nature reserve. I mean it's got to be big, right? And I think Deer Crossing and Wolf Hamlet are going to stay relatively small, and although I already did put some high density buildings in here, I'm probably going to leave them. But I think that Deer Crossing will only have low density residential, just to be more, it's more on the outskirts. It's right next to the nature reserve. It's more off the beaten path, and Wolf Hamlet is probably not going to extend a little more further than this. We'll bring out a road over here to connect to Deer Crossing, which will be pretty small, and it'll connect back over here to this nature park. And of course we have our train system. I know the trains aren't very nature-y, but be very scenic to travel on those trains, bring in some tourists. But it also allows for an easy means of getting people into our nature reserve, because we'll make some entrances here. But let's get on to our amusement park. Now that we have this area set up here, we'll actually grab a little more here. We'll go down to parks and amusement park. Well, we're probably not going to build a zoo, actually, sorry. I think a nature reserve is a little bit more sustainable and a little bit better. We're going to place down our amusement park main gate. It won't be centered, that's unfortunate. But we'll unlock everything else. And it's Funtastic Park it is, by default. And we'll just place down a couple paths here, just to get our buildings down. Of course, we'll beautify things later as we go, but the goal is to get buildings unlocked so that we can place them down, and eventually we can place everything that we want. So this is just a side gate here. We're not going to place that down. But we have our amusement park plaza, a cafe, souvenir shop. Our restrooms are very important. Got to keep those at the front. And we have a game booth. 1 and 2. Probably keep those together. And a carousel. Trying to keep them concentrated, of course, because of power conservation, but we also got to make sure we have water up here. Something else I wanted to talk about, but let's get these watered up. That'll do. I know our water placement isn't the most efficient, but it gets the job done. So what I wanted to talk about is this, obviously, this lake over here that we've been trying to clean up for a little while. So far, it's made some progress, although as we continue to dump water into the lake, its water level keeps rising. So what I've done over here is place down a pump station so we can actually start taking water out, and we'll start placing more of these soon. But I'm probably going to need to get another one of these down because our water treatment is looking a little close, and I already maxed out our budget. But we placed down more of these floating garbage collectors. I know they cost a lot of money, but it's worth it for keeping these lakes looking a little bit better. I don't want this lake to look like this. And, and especially because of the water spillover, we got like land that's kind of polluted, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, well, it's not doing super great, let's say. It's just been watered over a bunch. So, not the greatest, but I'm going to keep developing the city as usual. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, since we last left off, I've developed the city a little bit, especially Phoenix Heights area, because what I wanted to do was actually add a basketball arena. We won't be able to add a football stadium for a little bit, an American football stadium anyway, so across from this train station over here, we're going to place our next little stadium here. That'll increase our campus attractiveness, that's why we're placing it down, but also it'll bring in some more people to this area. Which is going to be just a little bit more of Phoenix Heights, like I said, butting up right against the nature reserve that we have over here. Oh, and since we also last left off, I believe our park, our park leveled up. So if we go over to our amusement park tab again, we should have some new buildings. Oh, that's the wrong one. Amusement park. And we now have the piggy train. Place that here. Well, we will place it like inside the park actually. And rotating teacups. Nice. And then I wanted to mention at the end also that there's these things at the end. They do add a little bit of attractiveness, but not too much. It's mostly just for your further decoration. We might be working on those things on the side, but nothing major yet. But the other thing I wanted to do is, now that we have such a substantial amount of money, to get our city attractiveness up. I know we have all these not enough workers. Just bulldoze those instead of taking care of the actual problem. Oh, we also built a park maintenance center so that our parks could do a little bit better, and we added some policies to them. Oh my goodness, our demand is through the roof, so let's get some houses up over here. We'll have to get some water, I think, as well. But people definitely want to move in here now. Oh, well, I don't want to place it right there, maybe. We might want to place some offices or something like that. Well, we'll place that there. But over here is definitely going to be more residential. We won't... I also put a through road here, just in case. But it's at least helpful that the train station's already here, so we can get it across. Let's get this water pulled out real quick. Should be good. That should be good. Oh, there's a little bit of left there. There we go. And one more should do it. Okay, and then there's water coverage over there. I think yeah, like I said, I added some more of these over here so that we could handle our water situation better. I added some more processing plants over here so that hopefully we can make more money from our planned timber, but we might also get some more paper output. But we're very, very close to leveling up to the next level because we just need more workers. So definitely gonna get our population up here, obviously. So let's get let's get that going. But the landmarks I wanted to build, because they will actually get us more tourists and increase our city attractiveness, which is important. We can check that out over here. It's only at 35%. We are getting tourists in through our train, which is good, which is why we want to build our landmarks close to the trains. And let's get our electricity out here. We want to keep it looking nice, obviously, if we can. I've just been trying to follow the roads as much as possible. I find that works pretty well. Oh, it's alright. Okay, so we'll get up here, and that'll connect the electricity. We won't have to worry about that. The landmark I wanted to build, it's over here. It's the clock tower. I think I wanted to place it here. So it's kind of close to our baseball stadium, right over here, and it's just close to our park. So it kind of serves as like an accent to the park, I think. Let's place it down here. It'll look nice, I think. And as you're driving in, of course, it has a clock face on every side. That's very helpful. Well, as you're driving in, I imagine that you'd see the clock tower and you'd see this nice market square over here, Old Market Street. So I think that would look pretty good. But there's also another landmark I think I wanted to build. It wasn't the transport tower. It might have been... We can, of course, build landmarks from the real world. I don't think that we're going to do that, because since we're, a different city. It's, we could be like SimCity creator, but... well, we'll make our own unique city. Although, it does have some landmarks from Mr. Creator. It does have the Oriental Pearl Tower, and it has the Eiffel Tower as well. I think that, oh, yeah, that's the only ones that it's got. There's a couple of other ones as well. I think eventually we'll also want to build a concert zone. And what I think I'm going to do with that is eventually we'll unlock some more spaces. Sorry, I know, I just want to talk about all the great things we might have planned in the future for this city, because there's still a lot of spaces to unlock. So we got 1, 2, 3 tiles down here and one more over here. And we'll be able to really add on. We're gonna add Fox, some sort of Fox-related town settlement down here, and of course we're probably gonna expand Dragon Village out a little bit, since it's a little. I don't like these riding the border of the towns, I don't like the towns riding the border of the city, so we might adjust these as we go. But for our next landmark, if we have it somewhere around here, I just saw it. Yes, okay, we just had it. The Sea Fortress. This is what I think I wanted to place here, and so I built this road here, and I think I'm gonna just actually get rid of it, because I think I want to center the Sea Fortress up on here, and this road wasn't connecting to anything anyway. Okay, so we're going to place our Sea Fortress here. I think that would be a real nice, if we can get it centered, hopefully aligned properly. Close enough. There we are. So now we have a nice sea fortress to act as another tourist destination. I think this makes this island look pretty nice and fleshed out. We might add some more tree decorations on the side and some other accents as we go. But one more landmark, I suppose. So we got one for Phoenix. We got one for Dragon Village, I'm sorry. And we got one for... Oh, we could place one right there, too. So we got one for... I guess this you could say is the Wind Technical Institute kind of domain. But also could just be Dragon Village. So Dragon Village has got a lot. Phoenix Heights definitely needs some more landmarks. So I think that we're going to place our Oppression Office here. And what I think the Oppression Office is supposed to represent, to me anyway, is... the city hall. So I think that might be important to have somewhere placed down. I think it could be placed down over here, you know, somewhere nice, but not somewhere too nice, since we're, you know, just the mayor and all. But I feel like, you know, we gotta have a city hall somewhere. We might place it somewhere a little bit better. That's probably a good idea, actually, because it's not in the greatest of places. Do we have a main road somewhere around here? So we could place it over here as well. But I don't think that would work out, honestly. Yeah, let's just keep it there for now. If you have any better suggestions for where we might place it in Phoenix Heights, then definitely let me know. But next, I wanted to do Wolf Hamlet. I feel like all of these areas need to have some sort of attraction, main destination. So you have an opera house. That's not what I wanted to build. I want to eventually unlock the business park. That's going to take a lot of work, but... I really do like the look of it. I think it's a nice wonder to have. We also get the observatory at some point, so we need 1,000 abandoned buildings in the city. That probably won't be hard to accomplish, but an observation tower might be a good idea. Might be a nice thing to have, since we're very close to the ocean over here. Well, the lake, I suppose, not so much the ocean. Oh, that is another thing up here. We actually do have access to ferries, and that's why I wanted to get this set up here, so that we can actually take care of that. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and comment. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new content comes out. I'm Wolvlox, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.